Hi, so today in freeCodeCamp we are doing um, JavaScript algorithm and data structures का जो second course है. Learn from validation by building a calorie counter. So we are going to build a calorie counter. Sometimes when you are coding a web application, you will need to be able to accept input from a user. In this calorie counter project, you will learn how to validate user input, perform calculation based on that input, and dynamically update our interface to display the results. Okay, so in this practice project, we will learn basic regular expression, template literals, and add event listener method and more. So let's start the project. Okay, so this is what we are going to build. Breakfast, add entry. Its name is food. Calories are 200. Okay, so daily calorie budget is 600. So 400 calorie deficiency. Okay, 600, and what if it is 100? Calculate. So 100 calories surplus, 100 calories budgeted, 200 calories consumed, 0 calories burned. So there is no burning option. कितना burn कर दिया? Oh, right. Exercise. Okay, I'll add exercise here. So add entry for exercise. Yes, any exercise. So I burned 120. Add entry. So this is cool. So let's build it. Okay, so step 1 is we have been provided with boilerplate of CSS and HTML. However, we need to build our calorie counter form. Okay, feel free to explore the HTML and CSS and then add a form element and give it an ID set to calorie counter. So this is our index HTML, basic boilerplate of HTML. इसमें लिंक कर दिया है हमारे स्टाइल CSS को. दिस इज आवर स्टाइल CSS. It is already much more styled, and this is our script.js जहाँ पर हमारे JavaScript हम लिखेंगे. Okay, so let's close it and start it right now. Okay, so our first element is form element. Okay, form element is used to create basic forms like we fill in our day life or any job or for anything, or if someone want our detail or we want someone's detail, we generally create Google form kind of thing. So this form is something like that. Okay, so first step is done. Woohoo! So next step is create a label element. Give it a for attribute. Okay, attribute which is set to budget. Okay, label for budget and the text budget. Okay, then create an input element with an ID set to budget. So let's create our label element. Okay, so this is my label and this label is for budget. So wait, this label is for, oh, caps lock is on. This label is for budget and my text is set to budget. Okay, and next line, so here it is printing budget. Cool. So next line, I will write my input, okay, with an ID of budget. This is also cool. So this is it. Wow, this is my label and this is to write my input. This is my label and this is my input. Okay, so in the step 3 we are going to do your input element needs some additional attributes. Okay, give it a type. Okay, for example, right now I can write anything here. I'm able to write alphabets, I'm able to write any character, I'm able to write any number. So I need to fix it that a person can only add numbers. Okay, so I will set its type to number so that everyone able to type only number, right? It to only allow allow only numeric inputs. A min attribute set to 0. Okay. What if someone write the value? Wait. What if someone write here -1? This is budget. Okay, this is my budget right now. Okay. So minimum value is 0. Okay. To only allow positive numbers and a placeholder. Okay, so that our user can know कि उनको यहाँ पर क्या नंबर डालना है. तो यहाँ पर मैं एक प्लेस होल्डर लिखूंगी and its value is, this is what they need to write here: daily calorie budget. Very good. But okay, finally mark the input. Okay, this is required. You can't. Okay, so this is required. They can't leave this input box empty, so I need to make it required. Brilliant. Okay, so our next step is step 4. Create a field set element with the ID set to breakfast. Okay, let's create our field set element. So this is our field set element and its ID is set to breakfast. Okay, this is my field set. Okay, so why we are writing field set here? Wait, suppose it is not here. Okay, तो अभी हमने बॉक्स देखा यहाँ से चला गया. हमको अपना जो फॉर्म है, तो हमने एक वेट में have you ever you filled forms, right? So this is a form, suppose. Okay, so if this is okay, this suppose this is a form. So if we want all the characters inside a group, all the elements set in a group, so we need to add field set here. So what field set will do? It will take all the fields like budget or other, like name, your contact number, other things in a group. It will mix it in a group. Within the element, create a legend with the text breakfast. Okay, I'm going to create a legend with a text of breakfast. This is for breakfast, and an empty div with the class set to input character. Okay, let's write it like this. Okay, and an empty div that I need to make here with div with a class of input and counter. Breakfast is spelling galat ho gayi. Okay, this is fine now. Okay, so suppose you are posting something on Instagram, so you need to write a caption, right? So in this, what we are going, we will create different form for breakfast, for exercise, and for other things. So this is the field inside which our element or options will come, and breakfast is like a caption. The fields for which purpose the field set is. So field set is for filling the calories we had in breakfast. So this is our legend. Legend is simply a caption for field set. Okay, field set is this and this is legend. Okay, इसके अंदर हमने div class दे दी, which will be inside it. Okay, so this is fine now. Okay, there is a mistake. Your div element should have a class. This is class. Oh, sorry, it is container. So this is container. Brilliant. Okay, next step is step 5. Okay, we need to create a field set for lunch. So similar thing will be created and it will be for lunch. Easy peasy. Okay, field set, my field set, and my ID is set to lunch. Okay, and inside it I will give a caption to this field set. And what is caption? Caption is simply a legend. Brilliant. Okay, and the legend is lunch. This is for lunch. Wow, this is looking beautiful. Okay, so let me make it more beautiful. Okay. Now there's some space, so I need to add an empty tag inside it. So, and its class should be set to input container. Same thing. Okay. Okay, so this is for my breakfast, lunch, and similarly I guess we will make for dinner. Okay, yes. So this is, let's simply copy it actually. Next field set is for dinner. Okay, so this is my dinner. My caption will be of dinner, and this thing will be same. Okay, beautiful. So next step is my step 7. What I need to do in this step, right? Okay, we need two more of these. We'll set code blocks, one for snacks and one for exercise. Okay, let's copy it again. We don't like writing stuffs again and again, no? Let's do it. And this is its ID is exercise. And okay, and is exercise. Spelling again, EXER. EXERCISE. Exercise input container, and it will be for snacks. Okay, so here comes my snacks. Beautiful. Oh, its ID set to snacks. Let's do snacks. Filters should have an ID element. Field set snacks. SNACKS. Is there some problem? Wait. What is wrong? Let me. Okay, wait. What is the problem? Copy, paste it. No. This is my fourth field set, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Fourth should be for snacks. So ये exercise के ऊपर आएगा actually snacks. Fine. Okay, this is beautiful now. Done. Okay, so our next step is step 8. We need to create a div element, create a div, and give it a class set to controls. Okay, and nest a span element within that div. So we need to create a div with class of controls. Okay, beautiful. And class set to control, and inside it we will nest span element. Okay, so span is kind of like div element. We can give it an ID and class, and we can make changes in the middle of any line. And the difference between div and span is div is a block element and span is an inline element. Okay, so next step is step 9. What we need to do, in your span element, create a label element for an entry drop down. Okay, so there will be a drop down and give it the text add food or exercise. Okay, in our span element we need to create a label. Okay, let's make a label, and this is for what purpose? Entry drop down. Beautiful. Okay, and इसको हमें text देना है add food or exercise. This label is for You can, this is, see यहाँ पर हमारा label आ गया, this is good. And then create a select element. We are going to make drop down, so we need to create some options. Okay, तो select जो होगा option को group करने का काम करेगा. Okay, तो यहाँ पर मेरा आ गया select, and we need to give it an id of entry drop down. id is equal to entry drop down. See, यहाँ पे आ रहा है ना. This is the work of select. Actually select is doing this thing. Select is doing great. Okay, and the name set to options. Okay, so यहाँ पर हमें इसे name भी देना है. Its name will be set to options. Okay, cool. Okay, and below the select thing we need to add a button element. Okay, so this is my simple beautiful button. This is button. See, this, it was required. We set it as required. So when I'm clicking on button, it is saying please fill out this field. So this is good thing. Okay, okay. Below the add a button element, below that add a element with the id. Its id is add entry. Sorry, add entry. Okay, and the text is add entry. Okay, great. Okay, so okay, we need to give our button element a type attribute set to button. Okay, so our button is of type button, like type हमने यहाँ पर दिया था ना number, similar to that. This is to prevent automatic form submission. It is button. So when someone will click it, केवल तभी form submit होना चाहिए. So our step 10 is you select menu needs options for each of the food and exercise. Here set elements. Okay, wait. Your select menu. Okay, needs options. Yes, we need options here for each of the food and exercise. Field set elements you created in the previous steps. Use the option element to create a new option for each field set. The value attribute of each option should be the id of the field set, and the text of each option should be the text of the legend. Okay, so let's make it. We need to give options here. So what is my first option? Okay, option elements, हमने option element लिख दिया to create a new option for each field set. This is my field set: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercise. The value attribute. Okay, so we need to give it an attribute of value of each option should be the id of the field set. So हमने id यहाँ पर breakfast set की थी. So this is breakfast. Okay, and the text of each option should be the text of legend. This is my legend. So simply copy it. Okay, so how many options we need? 1 2 3 4. Four more we need. So just copy it. Control V. Oh wow, what a copy paste I did. Okay, so here we need value of lunch, and this is lunch. Here what was next? This was dinner. Then its value, it's the text we'll write is of legend. Here are snacks, and this is my snack, and next is exercise. So my option, now I will show you something. Have a look. Beautiful. So we made it. We made a drop down using select and options. Select made this thing and this drop down thing, and then inside select we gave it options, what they want to select, what they want to choose, and we gave it an id, we gave it a value and text. Okay, there's some problem. Your okay should be selected by default, so it will be selected by default. What we used to do for default, I guess we had right default. So it will be keep selected. Wait, but we write for default breakfast option as selected option. Okay, at that selected, तो ये हमेशा selected ही रहेगा, whatever happens it was selected. Okay, okay, so हमारा कैलोरी काउंटर इतना बन चुका है. This is looking good. Next is step 11. Create another div element within it. Okay, within it. Okay, let's create an div element, and within it we need to nest a button. Okay, we will nest a button in this. It will be used to submit our form. Okay, it was to add entry here to submit our form so that we can get total conclusion, how many calories we burned, how many calories we ate, and things. Okay, calorie remaining calories, calculate remaining calories, इसका text ये है. Then add a button with the ID set to clear. Okay, my next button, its ID is set to clear button. Okay, to clear the form. Don't forget to give it type attribute that prevents it. Okay, so what type attribute we needed to suppose if हमने type attribute नहीं दिया, हमारा form पहले ही submit हो गया और सब कुछ जो कि हमारे user ने clear हो गया. It will be so frustrating for our user, so frustrating for user experience. So we need to take special care of these things, you know. We should give it a type. Okay, this button, here's the text of clear, and हमारा beautiful clear बन चुका है. यहाँ पर भी हमको टाइप देना चाहिए था. This is button. Wait, what happened? Oh, yes. Your button elements should have a type attribute, so submit. This was submit. This was for submit purpose. This was not for submit purpose. Okay, fine. This is button, and this is for submit. So this is my submit button. Its type is submit, and this is my button, ताकि both by default submit ना हो जाए. It will be submit. Fine. Oh, its ID is clear. Now it's fine. Okay, so my next thing is my step 12. What we need to do in this step is your form needs somewhere to display the results. Okay, somewhere to display the results. Add an empty div. Okay, where it will show the results. And give it an ID of output. Brilliant ID. We will give it to it. And the class values of output and height. Okay, so and the class value of, we need to give two values in the class. One is output and one is height. Okay, because initially it should be hidden. If they didn't enter any data, they shouldn't see this. Okay, finally you need to link. Okay, so to add JavaScript, okay, so to add JavaScript we use script X. Okay, create a script element. So we created a script element. Okay, I thought we only need to create a script element, and in the next step we will add the source. Okay, so this is my script.js. So I will simply connect it to my script.js. And now my HTML is connected to my JavaScript. This is brilliant. Now we can add functionalities to it. ताकि breakfast पे click करके breakfast आए, click and other things, you know, happens. Okay, so what is my step 14? It is time to start writing the script that makes your form work. Yes, to access an HTML element with an given ID name, you can use the get element by ID. Okay, method. Here is an example of how to use it. Okay, So let's make it. Begin by getting the form element using the id and storing it in a variable called calorie count. So let's make a variable calorie counter, and what we need to do is we need to select it by using form id document dot get element by id. And what is the id of the form? Let me check. It was my form and the id is calorie dash counter. Okay, so let's write it here. Brilliant. So now we made a variable, and to access an HTML element, to give it a function, to give any function, so that our form function, we need to get that function to JavaScript. And to get that function to JavaScript, we will fetch the element, fetch the id using get element by id of my document, and the id is calorie counter. And for that we made a constant calorie counter, and we will add functionalities to it, so it will go to it and it will be visible in our form. Okay, so our next step is step 15. Okay, so what I need to do here is get your hashtag budget element and assign it to budget number input. Okay, so these are the constant that we need to make. Okay, so my first constant is for budget, that is budget number input, and document dot get element by id, and it's budget. Okay, and similar thing I will do with my entry drop down element. So its constant name is entry drop down, and it should be set to entry drop my id with this is small. Brilliant. So we did it step 5, and everything is working, everything is looking cool and fine. So that is it for today. We will meet in next video. Thank you. Bye.